Well, only 2 more days to go until we move on to 2022. Hey, what's up ladies and gentlemen, it is I, the one and only Mighty the Armadillo here, and I am once again back for the Maxi Toys videos. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more of Let's Play of Donkey Kong Land for the Game Boy. So, last time we did manage to explore through Kremlantis, and by the way, one thing I forgot to mention about is the fact that you can able to actually go back to the previous world by going either left or right on the directional pad, if depending on what world you go into. So even though it might be hard to explain about this sometimes, so yeah, today for this video is the fact that we are moving on to the next world, which appears to be known as Monkey Mountains and Chimpanzee Clouds. So it's like a combination of a mountain world and a cloud sky level. So but enough about that, GB Japper. So let's go and get started with the first level in this world, and this appears to be known as Pothole Panic, which is pretty much not to be confused as the exact same level name as in Donkey Kong Country 3, despite the fact that this game came out first before Donkey Kong Country 3 came out for the Super Nintendo. So yeah, that might be something worth noting for. So yeah, anyways, and this takes place in the cave, so yeah, to be expected with most themes from the sake of Donkey Kong Country games, what to expect. So yeah, that's pretty much as far as I can say. And I believe this level does feature 2 bonus areas, so and I believe both of those bonus areas requires you to use a bouncy tire in order able to actually just to take it to certain spots of the level. So yeah, that's basically how this goes basically. So I believe the first one is just over here. And basically, we were able to catch a ride with Rambi, the rhinoceros here, so we can able to actually just to go ahead and, you know, just bash more of those Kremlings and stuff like that. So yeah, you get the idea about that. So yeah, today's date, of course, today it's the 30th of December today. In this case, in 2021 today. And like I said before, we've only got about 2 more days to go until we move on to a new year, which is 2022. So. And also that tomorrow will be the New Year's Eve, which I think, potentially speaking, we might also decide able to wrap things up with this Let's Play around the same time as in the New Year's Eve, just like in the forms of how it does it where I believe Knuckles did manage to able to tackle through Knuckles Chaotix for about a year ago, and basically he did manage to able to finish that particular Let's Play around the same time during the course of New Year's Eve. So, and that will be also applies for Sonic Pocket Adventure and stuff like that back in 2019, and I believe 2018 that we did Space Ace from the likes of 2018, but I'm not exactly sure about the forms of 2017 though, or 2016 or 15, mainly because back in the day that the actual uploading schedules of certain Let's Plays is a huge mess. So as a result though, that we have to able to actually come up with a better decision, like, you know, uploading schedules daily for certain Let's Plays and stuff like that. So, which I think, personally speaking, is a lot more better system than the forms of how it does it back in the day, because back in the day, that despite the fact that we actually did tons of Let's Plays back in the day, and I remember that fondly that, dang it, I somehow did not jump over to that particular hole over there, but that's okay, because we got the checkpoint, so I'm guessing that might be fine for certain situations like that. So, really? I can't believe I got killed by the forms of Crumb Trap right there. It's kind of annoying whenever you're able to get hit by that Clam Trap from that, you know, as soon as you try to push the tire onto certain spots of the level. But hopefully, we'll just keep trying. And this is where the point where the game starts to get a lot more difficult every now and then, especially noticeable with, like, you know, in terms of controls that you have to worry about, and also it's just the fact that with screen crunch that you will able to, sometimes you might as well get yourself surprise attacks, which I think I've already mentioned about this earlier, although maybe not, but either way though, it knows what it is. So anyways, let's go ahead and just gently push the tire over to the next point again, but hopefully we'll try to succeed, because unlike last time I somehow did not jump. So okay, there we go. I think, Okay, I think that should probably... Oh, really? I really hate the fact that the hitboxes can be a bit too much for this sometimes, and, okay, there we go. Oh, jeez. It can be imprecise sometimes. Yeah, see those lines of bananas over there? Use that tire to able to actually get up there, and this will lead you to another bonus area, so... There we go. It might not be so bad when you get the hang of it though, but it's just the fact that the only difficult part is the fact that you have to able to do all sorts of like dodging a lot of enemies sometimes, and we actually got up to 52% done, which seems kind of quick. Anyways, next level we have is Mountain Mayhem, and this takes place in a mountain environment, so yeah, it does seem interesting to say the least, and right off the bat I instantly got killed by the zingers right there while I was trying to able to deal with the beaver right there by complete accident, so, but that's okay though, because we can just simply use Diddy Kong for the majority of the level, so we can able to actually just go ahead and try to be very cautious and be careful at the same time and grab that the token if we decide if we go after it, and stupid slippery controls that it can really mess up with my footing sometimes, although whenever we get into Donkey Kong Land 2 and 3, that controls might be a bit better, so at least as far as I'm usually concerning with, so... Oh yeah, the main emphasis on this level, as you can see right there, we need to dodge a lot of boulders coming from certain holes, and especially noticeable from the mountains themselves. So, this level is pretty tricky, I'm not gonna lie, especially noticeable about the fact that, well, imagine if you will, that you might as well able to actually get cornered sometimes for a certain, like, you know, anything else to be more precise, I think. So, anyways, let's go ahead and try this again, and hopefully we should be able to do this okay enough as it goes by, so, although I would like to mention more about the forms of the next Mario Kart Tour event that, well, it already did happen ever since on, well, ever since I believe it's on yesterday or something like that, because obviously that's it was Thursday today, so something's well classified for noticing this already. So, oh jeez, yeah, much like the forms of Donkey Kong Country 1, basically in order to deal with these crunch enemies, you only have to use Donkey Kong in order to deal with him. So, most thankfully, much like the Donkey Kong Country games, that you can able to actually switch between Donkey Kong or Diddy Kong. For some unexplained reason, for this game in particular, it decided able to actually go for the transition between the stars alike, which I absolutely have no idea why they go for that transition, so, oh well, no big deal. So we'll just go for those little clouds on this this first bonus area, so yeah, there's not much else to discuss, I'm presuming so. And we got ourselves, you know, espresso right here. Well, it doesn't last for long because we somehow managed to ride Rampy right here for the majority of this section and grab the midway point just in case we don't lose our progressioning. And hopefully this level might not give me as much trouble as the forms of how it does on the previous level. Oh yeah, something's worth mentioning. That if you somehow get hit while you're riding on the animal buddy, that basically that rather than just able to actually let the animal buddies run away from you, unlike the forms of how it does it on the previous Donkey Kong Country games, whilst in this game in particular, it decides to able to do something completely different for a change. That is the fact that you can able to actually just let the animal buddies stay still, that or just goes into a complete stand, if you manage able to get hit by certain hazards or enemies while you're riding an animal buddy. So, I guess it's like a good thing, I suppose, rather than just letting them run away over and over again, unlike the these, you know, Donkey Kong Country games trilogy-wise. So, oh, seriously, I hate the fact that I hate jumps like that, especially because it's like it's so hard to able to judge the distance sometimes, which that will be the only inconsistent part about the entire game itself, unlike the follow-ups or the sequels to Donkey Kong Land games, which are Donkey Kong Land 2 and 3, even though that we will discuss more about those games during you know what I mean, next year and stuff like that, so yeah, you probably get the idea about this specific topic worth noting for, but anywho. And this is where it gets really stingy sometimes, especially noticeable that, well, you always have to wait sometimes until when those boulders decides to able to actually just to, well, just go away, basically. So, I think we're actually missing an O, but that's okay, because, well, as long as that I've already managed to save my game already, from the likes of, you know, trying to keep on collecting more of those, you know, Kong letters and stuff like that, and plus there's the second bonus area just right here, so all you really get is just a G, and that's pretty much about it, so nothing else, but nothing more, but yeah, let's just go ahead and dodge more enemies here, and I think this might actually be the last part of the level, I think. Yeah, it's the last part of the level, so there we go. Not that hard of a level though sometimes, but it can be pretty difficult sometimes. On the other hand, whenever we get into the next new types of levels, as you can see, we now ended up in the clouds. These are my least favorites, because, well, there's not so bad on the first level of the sky cloud environment level, but the second one, on the other hand though, it honestly sucks. Although, we'll get into more details about that later. So this level is called Track Attack, and basically, this level does remind me of a little bit of one of those levels in Donkey Kong Country 1, that basically we have to use the platform at all times in order to able to progress, but thankfully we don't need to able to keep on collecting those well, those oil drums in order to able to, or the fuel tanks in order to able to actually progress, because there was no 5 lights to be found. So, and by the way, this level also has, I think this level also has 2 bonus areas, if I recall correctly. So, yeah, because I'm pretty sure every single levels in this world does manage to contain 2 bonus areas, except one level, which, again, we'll point it out whenever we get into that particular monstrosity of the level we're about to be entering next. Well, not right now though, because either way though, that's, yeah, because as you can tell, that the reason why I'm not a big fan of those sky, themed levels is because, well, in addition to able to giving you a lot of trial and errors like that, but also is the fact that if you dare fall off to a pit, then you die instantly. And it's bad enough that if the screen crunch comes into play, if you get a knockback and if you fell off, then basically though that you also go all the way back to the actual world map, or technically speaking that you will die instantly. So there's the second bonus area just right here, so I just want to let you guys know about this. So hopefully I'll get the G here, there we go, and that was a lucky landing scape right here, for the sake of likely trying to, like, not to fell down to a pit or anything, and, hopefully, that's, actually kind of thinking about it, this level doesn't give me a hard time until, like I said before, the second cloud theme level, which, oh, for the love of God, I'm not a big fan of, like, not only for the level itself, but also I'm not a big fan of the actual gimmick of the level, which, again, we'll point it out whenever we get into it though, so 60% done. So, nicely done for the sake of time. So, anyway, so let's move on to the next cave level of any sort, and this appears to be Spiky Tire Trail. And basically, we have to deal with a lot of emphasis on spiky tires. So, yeah, we've already seen those objects before, from the likes of in one of those underwater levels, except the fact that we have to deal with them a lot for this level, so, and same applies to Donkey Kong Country, the original game, by the way, so, and this level also has 2 bonus areas, so one of them is actually pretty easy to miss if you pay attention to the forms of that particular top of the barrel that you already noticed for about a few seconds ago, then basically it'll just lead you straight into the bonus area, so, something's worth mentioning, so. Alright, so you have to be very careful not to not to be like, you know, be fast and stuff like that, because otherwise, if we dare go too fast sometimes, then basically though that, well, it just gives you a lot of trial and error sometimes. Ah, jeez, and sometimes surprise attacks like that. Assuming if you're able to learn the level design, like, you know, just go from point A to point B, kind of syndrome or something, so. Alright, I believe we're almost there, so we've actually got an N. Oh god! I totally forgot about that spiky tire, but that's okay, because we got the midway point, so that should be fine for me. So yeah, aside from all that stuff though, I would like to mention about, honestly, there's not much else you can say, well, apart from the fact that, well, I'm sure that we'll be prepared for the actual, the script about our final thoughts of 2021 itself. But then again, we'll play it out until whenever we get into the forms of, until tomorrow for the sake of, like, I would say the finale portion of the game. Because as far as I'm aware, that we basically well, we've already at the halfway point of the game already. Because as far as you might as well know, this game only has 4 worlds. So, due to the forms of the Game Boy's limitations or something like that. So, and the last bonus area on this level is just the fact that you have to go down underneath the actual spiky tire, and basically if you found a steel barrel and break the certain breakable wall, and this will lead us to the bonus area just like this. So, and I think it's about time to actually decide to grind for more extra lives, because the next level after this though, oh man, I really hate that level at all times, which, you see what I mean whenever we get into that though, so... Anyways, let's go ahead and, jeez, I keep missing those. Sometimes, it really, depending on the forms of the actual speed of the actual 1-up tokens and stuff like that, it can be a bit, luck-based at times, but, regardless of such, that, it doesn't matter to me, so... And I was literally off by 2 bananas to able to get a next 1-up, even though, mind you, our lives counter does not increase at all, so, that should be alright for me. Oh boy, this level right here. We're going back to a Clouds environment level, but this time we have to deal with the forms of the most annoying gimmick of the whole stage. It's this platform. Oh, and by the way, this stage is called Sky High Caber. And basically in this level is the fact that, well, think of like the forms of how it does it on, I would say Platform Peril-esque kind of filter it, even though it has been a long while since I actually did manage to play Donkey Kong Country, the original game, because I did manage to complete the game twice, both on the Super Nintendo version and the Game Boy Advance remake, so... Because at this point I'm basically just able to decide to play Donkey Kong Country 3 from now on for the Game Boy Advance, and also Donkey Kong Country 2 on the Super Nintendo, and same applies to Donkey Kong Country 3 also on the Super Nintendo as well. So yeah, I must admit though, that might be seems the case. So anyways, in this level right here, the main emphasis on this level is to use this moving platform at all times. And basically, as you can see on the center of that platform, basically the arrows tells you where the platform is going. So in this case, if it's going up, it's going up. And if you really want to change directions, basically, I'm pretty sure it always goes into, well, if I'm assuming to say, it will just always goes on to, well, I would say counterclockwise every time you're able to actually let the platform manage able to hit those little, gray sides of the actual whole path or something like that. And also you can able to actually jump onto that platform too, and then also change direction. So the arrow directions goes from counterclockwise direction if you're trying to keep on jumping on it. And what's even worse than this level though is the fact that, well, as you can see, I instantly died right there because I somehow screwed over with that, not only for the screen crunch, but also those stupid pig-like enemies just managed to able to get in your way. So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of this level. It's easily one of the hardest levels in the game, and it's also my least favorite level in the game because, well, some people usually understand why they despise this level so much, but it's because it's incredibly long, so much longer than the first cloud-based level, and also you have to use this platform at all times, which I honestly do hate. And you have these stupid pig wing enemies that'll just try to knock you off, or especially noticeable just gets in your way. Like, you have to get rid of them, and then otherwise though, then you're gonna have to able to deal with a lot of death situations like this one. So, yeah, this level honestly sucks. Oh, jeez, I have no idea why I managed to able to criticize in this level 4, but that's how most people found this level to be one of the difficult ones throughout, so... But the only good thing about this level though is that thankfully it only has one bonus area, and that's it. So, yeah, that's a good reason why this level only has one bonus area, which I think it's more accurately whenever we get to the halfway point of the level, if I recall correctly, but still, every time whenever I see this level on screen, I was just like, oh my god, I'm actually very worried about this. whenever I see the actual Let's Play of the game. And yeah, because believe me, it's just the fact that this level has a lot, I mean a lot of death situations on this level if you're not careful. And also due to the forms of slippery controls, and on top of all that stuff though, the lack of death too. So yeah, that might be the only you know, the only criticism with this level this usually brings us into. So anyway, so let's just go ahead and it's also like a maze kind of felt to it as well, assuming if we're able to get into the ending portion of this level, which that's not gonna happen until whenever we get into it at this point. So alright, I believe the bonus area, if you can see from those bananas down there, well, not over there, but lower than that, that's where the bonus is. So, there we go. And somehow we're going underwater again. I think this is actually the final time, technically speaking, that we're actually going underwater for this game. Well, unless there are some other bonus areas coming up or something like that. I know it has been a really long time since I actually known about this game. So, because last time I played it was actually back in 2018 nonetheless. After I did manage to able to, well, complete the game, and I just moved on to Donkey Kong Land 2 next. Although, back in the day, I somehow got screwed over by the forms of lost save battery due to the forms of, well, the save battery dies on me. So, luckily the game still works back in the day. Unfortunately though, with the save battery is the only exception. So, but it wasn't until in 2020 that I somehow managed to get another copy of Donkey Kong Land 2 with a much more better save battery. So, at least I got that sorted at the very least, so I can able to actually complete, you know what I mean, every single Donkey Kong games up to this point, including certain spin-offs like, you know, DK King of Swing, and also, you know, DK or Donkey Kong Jungle Climber for the DS, and hopefully at some point, whenever God knows until the next Donkey Kong game will be on its way until next year, made by the same development team from the likes of the Super Mario Odyssey team, then basically I can able to actually really looking forward to that game until when that's usually gonna happen. So, but we'll see what happens and during at some point next year. So it can honestly just wait. It can wait. So yeah, and as you can see, I somehow accidentally fell off right there because, well, thankfully I'm on the safe spot, but it's just the fact that it's so annoying to able to actually just try to navigate for this entire level itself, because obviously if you somehow keep falling off, then basically not only does it get your lives drained very fast, but it's the fact that it feels like a pace breaker sometimes in this level, which I know it seems a little bit more questionable for certain people. And also, if every time you bounce onto that particular pick-like enemy like that, then you never know you were able to get a land on either the safe zone or the danger zone. In this case, to be more specifically, the safe spot is obviously the platform itself, and also the death zone due to the forms of wonky physics or controls, but also that the screen crunch. So yeah, it almost reminds me of, almost related to, actually gonna think about it, this level is basically Mega Man and Bass, but well, without shooting and running and gunning and stuff like that. So I have no idea why I bring that up. So should be good to go, I think. Although, I think the only best method, for the sake of trying to do this level normally, is the fact that if you're trying to get rid of those enemies that loves to get in your way like that, then the best recommendation is roll, but honestly, I think roll can be a bit risky sometimes, especially noticeable that you might able to accidentally just get off the platform easily, so that's why I attempt to not able to pull off a roll attack, because obviously that might be the riskiest move, so, but that's just me. Tell you what though, is the fact that once we're done with this level, assuming that, you know, we've already managed to go one bonus area, that's all that really matters to me, then I'm basically not gonna touch this level ever again. Especially noticeable because it is frustrating. So, I think out of all of the actual levels in Donkey Kong Land trilogy of games, this is by far the hardest, and it's also the, you know, the worst level in the entirety of the entire trilogy when it comes to Donkey Kong Land game trilogy. So, I know technically there's also another one of the weaker levels from Donkey Kong Land trilogy, comes from the forms of Donkey Kong Land 2, which is basically like Squawk Sprint, which is basically it's the exact same level as the forms of Donkey Kong Country 2, but with a smaller screen. So yeah, that's as far as I can usually try to describe it, so at least I'm assuming this correctly. Alright, I think we've almost there, right? It's just that, well, we got this bunch of... K?! What is K doing there? Oh my god, it just never ends too. Like, it's especially noticeable, it's almost like an endurance test. So, yeah. Ah, jeez. But at least thankfully though, that we, actually I just realized that we actually got K and O already. And do we get an N? Yep, we got an N. And I think G is later on, so... I think, potentially speaking, that we've almost nearly at the end right now, so it's just that we got able to actually avoid those zingers, and, well, just hopefully, God forbid, you just don't want to die right there, because if you die, oh, jeez, I feel bad for you, especially noticeable that after doing it with a lot of, like, maze-like structure, and basically those, the fact, oh, no, that's fine, I'll make it, yes, I have done it! Oh, jeez, that level blows. Ah, thank God it's over. Oh, jeez. Ah, I spent almost like a lot of minutes on that level. Oh, jeez, that level sucks. Well, thankfully, this next level right here, once again, we're going back into the mountain theme level, as you can see. And this level is called Landslide Leap. So, yeah, basically, it's the exact same level as Mountain Mayhem, except now that basically is the fact that I don't think we don't need to worry about the forms of those random boulders coming at you. So I think it's all about just test your patience with all that platforming, as well as a lot of trembling enemies that just wants to able to ambush you. Oh, I totally forgot there are still some boulders there. So yeah, I wasn't paying attention to that at all. So whoops. So we'll just get more bananas so that we can able to actually get another extra life. So, like I've already did for about a few minutes ago. So there's another bonus area right here, or in this case the first bonus area in this level. It's just the fact that you have to activate the rope just like before. So nothing particularly that's new or anything else to be more specific. Well, because we've already come across to that since previous levels ago. So, and I believe this level does have 2 bonus areas. So yeah, we're going back into, once again, 2 bonus areas again. Unlike, Sky High Caper, that you only have to find 1. But that's okay, because, well, we're done with that level for good. Because, well, I just really hate that level so much. But nothing compares to the forms of how it does it on, well, you know, the forms of the Stampede kind of level from Donkey Kong Country 3, for the sake of not only for the level itself, but it's also bad on the first 2 bonus areas, but the third one is a nightmare, because you have to able to keep an eye on with Perry the bird, in order to able to actually activate the bonus area. So yeah, at least I'm really hoping that if we're able to decide to tackle through Donkey Kong Land 3, or anything else to be more specific, well, I have no words to think about it right now, because, well, at this point I'm still gonna have to focus on, you know, very difficult platforming as to be expected. So yeah, thankfully we've got the checkpoint right there, so hopefully we should able to free Diddy Kong right here. So, oh jeez. And I believe the final bonus area is going to be at the very end of the level, I'm presuming, so hopefully we shouldn't have that much trouble here for, you know, just trying to do a lot of platforming skills from time to time, and just trying to get rid of crunch right here so that we can able to just progress through. And watch out for the beavers, and oh jeez, okay, I'm actually getting really scared at this point, because I have no idea of, okay, that works for me. Oh, wait a second, there's the last bonus area, isn't it? Yeah, the bonus area is right up there. And what's even worse, the enemies do not respawn, so because of that, yeah, it is impossible without it. So, I'm just gonna have to, like, committed suicide right here, and then just try the bonus area again, so hopefully that we're able to actually do a successful attempt. So, at least I hope so anyway though, for the sake of time. Okay, so just have to, you know, dodge those zingers again. And, yeah, I'll just go ahead and ignore Crunch for now. Alright, there we go, nicely done. What?! That's not fair. I hate how the fact that, like, I've already mentioned about this already, is the fact that, well, again, you instantly die if you get a knockback and stuff like that sometimes on the rare occasions, and it's just, it can be a bit unfair at times, especially how that I was expecting to get Donkey Kong out of the actual barrel after death, but unfortunately that doesn't seem the case on that particular death situation, so I really hate you, Nikki, sometimes. But whatever, at the very least we're able to get the invincibility frames from time to time, and also we've managed to get Diddy Kong out of it though, so yeah, that's that. And so let's just hope we can able to make it there for real. There we go. Hey, second bonus area done, and oh, we got ourselves those familiar oil drum platforms ever since in Donkey Kong Country 1. So yeah, that seems interesting. And of course we got all of the Kong letters now, so we can able to, well, finish the level for good. So, I will say that this world is by far the hardest world in the game, in my opinion, just because of the forms of a lot of frustrating levels here and there, like, you know, with Sky High Caper, like, for instance, like that. And we got 70% done, so only 30% left, so yeah, let's move on to another clouds-based level. But except the fact that the level's name this time is Collapsing Clouds. Because obviously the main emphasis on this level is that every time you jump onto the clouds, basically those clouds will disappear. So I think you've already seen those kind of stuff from before, for at least in one of those bonus areas in, well, let's just say Mountain Mayhem. So yeah, I was able to try to point things out. And also, I really love the fact that Espresso the Ostrich just somehow managed to have the ability to stomp on enemies in this game. Whilst unlike Donkey Kong Country, basically though, you can't to actually stomp on enemies while you're riding Espresso because, well, obviously, like I said before, that every time you get hit in Donkey Kong Country games, basically the animal bodies will decide to run away, so that's something worth noting for. So, oh wait, hold on. I see you, Barrel. And all we get is just more bananas and more tokens. And that's pretty much about it. And I believe this level also has 2 bonus areas, so at least we found one already, because I can usually see the actual top portion of the barrel already. So now we're just going to go ahead and find the second bonus area. So I think it's like, I don't know about you, it might actually be... Ah, dang it. I think I misjudged my jumps of that depth right there, so whoops. Hopefully, we'll try again, but hopefully we'll be able to make your way there, so... Is it down there? No, it's not down there, because, well, I don't think there's anything else down there, so... Whoops. So yeah, I can't believe that we actually getting, you know, really close towards the end of 2021, like I said before. Because obviously, like I said, we only got 2 days left. In fact, yeah, let me know in the comments below for the question of the day. What was your final thoughts of 2021 so far? Is it a little bit better than the forms of how it does it on 2020? Or is it still a little bit worse than the forms of 2020? But let me know in the comments, because either way though, I still find the year to be okay, but still not the best, so... And I somehow accidentally died right there, because I always get confused about the fact that where in the world is the actual bonus area was, because again, you have to rely on the forms of screen crunch for memorization, so yeah, that might be... Oh, there it is. I was wondering where that was, but then as soon as I found this out, then it's right down there this whole time, so I just somehow accidentally skip it multiple times. Oh jeez, what was I doing? Anyway, let's just get more extra lives just in case for the final portions of the game coming up. So, in fact, I still keep on missing some 1-ups, but thankfully we managed to get quite a few right here. So, oh jeez, we've almost done with the cloud type of levels, thankfully. So it's just the fact that this is actually the last of the cloud levels, thankfully. So, oh jeez. Okay, okay, there we go. Oh gosh. Alright, so I think we're almost there. Oh jeez. Okay, that's fine. No! Dang it! I was literally so close to able to make our way to the very end because I somehow got all the Kong letters, and also that I can't even believe I somehow just missed my timing jumps and stuff like that. So, oh jeez. But on the upside is though, is the fact that we've got every single bonus areas in this level, so that's, at least that's a good thing, so. Alright, so we'll just drop down, and, well, watch out for the Kremling, and I think that pretty much does it, so. Okay, oh jeez. Alright. Oh jeez, I'm actually, oh, really? Ah, this last part has always been the hardest part. Oh jeez. At least thankfully until whenever we get into the 4th and potentially the final world of the game, that I'm really hoping that won't be as hard as this though. Well, it might be still some levels that are considerably harder than this, but still. It just feels inconsistent when it comes to difficulty spike, so. Okay. Alright, at least we deal with him either way. Right, so we'll just go ahead and try to be patient. Alright, okay, alright. Alright, there we go, finally. Oh my god, that took me a lot of tries on this level though. Which to be expected because you can't just go back for it and then just, yeah, 73% done. So, now it's trying to take on the forms of the next boss in this game, which appears to be known as Mad Hole Holes, so, or Mad Mole Holes. I think that's what the level is called anyway. And basically, all you have to do is basically you have to jump on its head, assuming if he decides to toss the actual hat at you. So, yeah, or the actual, the headlights, hat, and stuff like that. So, and I think you have to hit him, like, quite a few times, and then basically, or actually, you kind of think about it, you don't get hit if you touch him, so the only thing he will able to kill you is the hat itself. So, yeah, that's pretty easy when you get the hang of it though, even though you'll pop up onto one of those 3 holes occasionally. So if you do manage to deal the amount of damage to him, then he's done for good. So, yeah, it's a relatively easy, not only the easiest level in this world, but also the easiest boss fight to top it off. So, yeah, I guess suffice to say is the fact that we'll end things off here. So join me next time for more of Let's Play of Donkey Kong Land. That is the fact that we'll move on to the final level in the game, which appears to be Big Ape City. So, this will be interesting. So I'll see you guys until tomorrow. Later, fellas and dudes.